Watch people. Because you can fake for a long time, but one day you're going to show yourself to be a phony.
That's for true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what these, a lot of people are doing these days.
Man goes to woman to offer his strength, not to get his strength. Make sense? In my worldview, and listen, it's old school, I guess, although it's served humanity for a very long time. Man, design, the meat suit design, is to...
Hey, common sense nutrition advice. Stop eating low quality processed foods. In other words, stop eating shit. Because when you stop eating shit, you stop craving shit. And when you stop craving shit, you stop feeling like shit. And when you stop feeling like shit, you stop looking like shit.
The fact of the matter is, most people are full of shit. Despite what you want to believe, most people would sell you out to protect themselves without thinking twice about it. Wouldn't even bat an eye. Most people don't have any strong values or any beliefs. They stand for nothing except for their own personal convenience.
Focus on the negatives in another person. What kind of energy do you think you're taking on? What kind of a vibration do you think you're in? It might be a wise idea to focus on the good aspects of even the worst situation.
Damn, man. Jerry, man. Fuck, man. I just can't make. It's the Lady Guru Show, episode 66. The Gurus welcome in special guest host Jen Felby. Are some women uncertain talking about the future with their husbands or boyfriends because it might be taken?
Oh, what happened to the caddy? Scrap.
Have you ever had that experience when you've maybe read something or been watching a TV program or listening to someone talking to you, your kids for example, and then yet have literally no idea of what you've just read or what? It can make you feel like you're going insane because that is the intent, to make you feel that you are the crazy one. You can be pretty sure that you are in an argument with a narcissist when they do one or many of these things. You find yourself having the same circling conversations that
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You're darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
In Zen Buddhism, there's a concept called Satori. It's a Japanese term that describes a profound and sudden realization about the nature of existence.
Satori is characterized by a sense of profound peace and freedom from the illusion.
I actually just got back from a 6-country tour in Europe. I don't ever eat bread. I was able to eat French baguettes, and I had zero problem with digestion because there's no seed oils and there's no folic acid, right? And then, you walk by a bakery.
If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. God has shown you some amazing stuff in your life that you thought was brilliant. Then you took it to your friends and your family, and you shared it with them, and they...
You know how eating in front of someone who's hungry and has no money is mad rude? Well, it can be a similar perception of being confident around someone who's pretending to know what they're doing, being genuinely happy around someone who loves negativity, splurging around someone who's cheap, growing around someone who's complacent, being generous.
I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not be in good shape. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you actually want it, and you're actually not...
No society wants you to become wise. It is against the investment of all societies. If people are wise, they cannot be exploited. If they are intelligent, they cannot be subjugated. They cannot...
A fit body cannot be bought. It has to be earned. No matter how much money you've got, you can't go onto eBay, you can't go onto the internet and buy a healthy body. You have to earn it, you have to...
You become a very dangerous person when you are someone nobody can control. Become financially independent. Master emotional detachment. Become comfortable with being alone. Because those are the three things that people and society will use to try and control you.
People who don't follow through on the things that they say they're going to do don't value their word. And people who don't value their word don't value themselves. So if you want to build self-esteem, don't read a fucking book. Just start doing the things that you'll say you'll.
People leave traces of who they are. You're just not picking up the signs. Nobody ever does anything once. If somebody has done a bad deed, or you see them mistreating somebody else, and then they'll come back and say, oh.
Seneca says, we treat the body rigorously so that it will not be disobedient to the mind.
Ooh.
I like that.
That's good. That's good.
When I crank the knob to cold in the shower, or I push myself when I'm running, or lifting weights, or swimming, or whatever.
Yo, I'm gonna keep this a little shady because I'm a little embarrassed about this. I ain't proud of this, but I got a little sugar cookie addiction over the holiday season. That's right, it threw me for a spin. I felt like I was gonna have to go to rehab and stuff. I didn't even want to eat normal food.
Strategy? And I'll cover what it was actually like in the room during the Bin Laden raid, the Iran sanctions, the Gaza ceasefire, you name it.
You know, when Oprah announced that she had a disabled child and it turned out she was really talking about...
The truth is that social media companies are unregulated monoliths. They pose danger to individuals. They allow posts that bring harm. And that's the bottom line.
Posts are free speech is bad, and that's the bottom line. Social media allow posts.
When I was doing it, I was working at a factory, and I was working with these like tough factory dudes, and I brought to work 7 sausages with me.
The more awakened a woman is, the more she will trigger you. Listen, if a woman doesn't trigger you and only makes you feel comfortable, then it means she's afraid of losing you. An awakened woman...
A narcissist never mourns the end of a relationship or a marriage, because the moment they can't control you anymore, then they start resenting it. Everything is now your fault because you got smart.
I'm very high functioning. I've been smoking weed since I was 14. Of course, like, there's no way that my brain's damaged. Like, I'm a pro. I've been smoking so much weed since when I was 14. You know, like around the time that your brain forms, around the time that your cells establish themselves in your brain. That's how long I've been smoking weed for. So I'm a pro at this for sure. I can definitely be high functioning. Of course, I can be high functioning because I've been smoking weed since I've been 14 years old. Oxymorons.